Good evening. Tonight, Super Mario has reached for his final power-up. The European Central Bank is going back to the stimulus tap. It's pushing interest rates further negative, and once again, it's turned on the printing press. QE is back. The rates were lowered by 10 basis points, 0.10, to negative 0.5. They were 0.4. Negative. And there'll be a new $22 billion a month bond buying programme. Mario Draghi promises this will go on as long as necessary. And most crucially, it'll be until there's a robust performance towards the 2% inflation rate. It's Draghi's penultimate meeting at the helm of the ECB. Christine Lagarde takes over later in the year, and he warned recession risks are low but rising. Opposition from some member states is growing. Germany's worried the ECB is using too much of its arsenal too early in this particular slowdown. But the president says the ECB is trying to get ahead of the risks.
Incoming information since the last Governing Council meeting indicates a more protracted weakness of the euro area economy, the persistence of prominent downside risks, and muted inflationary pressures.
Anna Stewart is in Frankfurt. It was this was all as billed, but what are they saying in Frankfurt tonight in terms of the nuance of the announcements?
Well, I mean, the few surprises that there were, because it was largely baked in, I'd say, were possibly the forward guidance, the idea that there is no end date to the QE, also no date ahead for the rates. They said that the rates will stay at this level or will be lower for as long as it takes. So that was kind of new. I'd say the QE was less than many investors expected. But Richard, the first question to Mario Draghi in the Q&A that followed his statement was what was the chemistry in the room? And that's what everyone is interested in, because we all knew there'd be a lot of dissent among those among the Governing Council when it came to QE.
The question of dissent. Germany, of course, is the well-known hawk in all of this. But the dissent clearly wasn't sufficient to overturn the majority.
No, and it wasn't just Germany. We believe it was also France, Estonia, the Netherlands, Austria, a sizable amount of dissent there, not unexpected, because they were all very vocal about this weeks before this meeting happened. It was all very much telemarked by Draghi back in June, so they've had plenty of time to speak up about this. But the feeling was that it wouldn't even go to a vote. Mario Draghi took the decision that this is the right decision to do the QE, so that's how it works with the ECB. They voted unanimously, though, on the rate itself, on the TLTRO, and on the forward guidance. They did not vote on the QE itself.